Have you noticed that you tend to feel responsible for how other people are feeling? Like you need to smooth things over, fix tension, or just make sure everyone around you is okay. This isn't a personality flaw, and it isn't you being too sensitive or too caring. It's something that makes a lot more sense when you understand your nervous system. We've talked previously about how your nervous system is constantly working in the background to keep you safe. It's always scanning your environment, your body, and other people to try and figure out what state you need to be in to stay regulated. One of the ways it can learn to do that is through other people. For some people, especially if safety in early life felt unpredictable or emotionally dependent on the people around them, the nervous system starts to form a pattern where it says, if other people are okay, then I'm safe. If other people are upset, something is wrong. If there's tension in the room, I need to fix it. This is not a conscious decision, it's a nervous system strategy. It's your nervous system trying to prevent overwhelm, to manage the environment around you. Quite ironic, really, isn't it? Because for a nervous system that has learned to stay alert to other people's states, other people's emotions don't feel separate. They feel like signals that something is safe or not safe. Signals that you need to adjust or intervene or help regulate what's happening. So over time, you can start to develop a pattern where you become very attuned to how others are feeling. You might notice shifts in tone, in facial expression, silence, energy in the room almost before anything is actually said out loud. And then something happens internally. You respond. Not always externally, but internally first. A sense of responsibility can come in, a need to fix things and smooth them down or calm things down and just explain or take care of what someone else is feeling. And this can be exhausting because it creates a constant background awareness that other people's emotional states are just something that you need to manage, even when you logically know that it's not actually true. But from a nervous system perspective, it makes sense because your system isn't asking what is mine and what is theirs. It's just asking, what do I need to do to keep things stable, to keep me safe right now? And if your system learned that stability often depended upon managing the emotional atmosphere around you, then this pattern just becomes automatic. You might notice this in very small moments. When someone goes quiet, you might feel tension in your body. When someone feels upset, you get that urge that you need to fix it. I know. And someone withdraws, you just start trying to bring them back into emotional balance. Not because you want to control them, but because your nervous system associates their emotional state with your safety. And this is where it becomes important to connect back to what we've said about the nervous system previously. Because what we talked about there is that your nervous system is always responding to perceived safety and threat. And for systems that other people being okay becomes coded as safety, and other people being upset becomes coded as threat, even when you're not actually in any kind of danger. So what looks like over-responsibility is often actually an attempt at nervous system regulation through your relationship with others. It's a way that your system learned to reduce uncertainty and to create predictability, to restore a sense of emotional safety in the environment. The problem is that the cost of this pattern is that you can lose contact with your own internal state, because attention is constantly moving outwards, tracking, adjusting, responding, rather than resting in your own body. Now, over time, that can contribute to feeling drained and anxious or just emotionally overwhelmed, even if nothing major is happening externally, because your system is working all of the time, not just on your own emotions, but on everyone else's too. And so the important reframe here is this: you are not responsible for other people's emotional states, but your nervous system may have learned to behave as though you are. And that is something that you can slowly begin to change, not by forcing yourself, but by starting to notice when your system is stepping into responsibility that was never actually yours to hold. In the next video, we're going to look at what happens when this system never fully switches off, especially at night, and why sleep can become so difficult when the nervous system is still in this kind of scanning mode. In the meantime, if you do want help with this, I have lots of resources on my page, lots of short videos that don't take long, but also on my Linktree, you can book a one-to-one if you feel that that is something that would be more beneficial to you. Be gentle to yourself.